Is it actually true that if you have to pee, your reaction time is 12% better? Yeah, that was insane.
I think,
Four people lined up.
yeah, going through is fine. I
Uh,
think this is just crazy. What the? What is that, bro? Yep, this rotates good. Yep. Yeah, so your positioning here is really good too. So as soon as you get this 2v1, you realize you're kind of fighting a 2v1, you want to help your teammate, but you don't want to like force this, so you do like a little back pedal to the right, which is good. If they don't come out immediately, they're probably running away. Because if they were gonna come out, they would be fighting with the two players that were fighting from pillar.
Got it.
It's probably worth rotating here. Tap is good. Ah.
So, yeah, I thought it was.
You think it was only one guy?
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, fuck, it's another person. Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, unlucky. But yeah, I feel like you played that pretty well. You probably should have just rotated quicker, though.
Okay.
In my opinion, I feel like retaking B is harder than retaking A. Just because, at least on pistol rounds at least, for A, it's like, yeah, they could be like heaven or something, but you can come from like heaven and clear it, or you can double up camera and just like not worry about it and try and fight a sight guy, and then if they happen to be a main. Actually, I don't know. I feel like they're equally hard to retake. The only issue with retaking B is if you don't clear spawn, then this could just like end your round. Someone sitting like here and someone sitting like here. Or because they can play post plant from E-box like really easily. I think they're kind of equally hard to retake, but that's still just more of a case to rotate B because everything was telling you to rotate B.
Yeah.
Don't like the... Actually... Okay, the way you peeked this was interesting. Was this intentional?
Yeah, I picked it close just because I wanted to be faster in case they were holding me like that.
Cool.
And then kind of like for info. And then if he wasn't just in a spot where I was able to kill him, I was just going to run back.
Cool. This is a bad flash. So, what probably would be better is you smoke off this wall and you smoke off like this area.
Okay.
Because then you gain time on their smoke, and after their smoke fades, you can like sit in this corner and just like clear close.
Is that like the new meta smoke? That smoking that like
All of this?
Yeah, that like
kinda. It's annoying to do when they throw this E-box smoke because you can't really like you just get spammed really easily or they can nade it. But I think the smoke that would probably be better is one that pops like just around this area, so it blocks off the doorway. Just so like when their smoke fades, you can just have E-box and then the doorway is smoked.
Got it.
Because this flash isn't really gonna do anything. It's gonna make them go, oh shit, I'm blind, and then now they're unblind. It just doesn't do anything. Yeah, so you definitely want to be using your smoke here.
Okay.
Yeah, smoke now is okay. You don't have to jump there, just heads up. If you just walk around the back way.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just walk up and down. Playing directly behind the smoke is kind of meh, because this is like commonly spammed. So it's probably better to play like somewhere like here. This is also a mistake, being noisy. So you made noise running away from E-box like onto site. So like anyone right here is going to think one of two things. Either there's a guy in E-box and this guy is just holding B main making noise. He doesn't really have to worry about E-box. Or that was the E-box player and we have all E-box. So, but he was going to get that info off the molly anyway, so it's kind of okay. Teammate remollies it. This angle's bad. So, couple reasons why. So, when you're closest to the angle, they see more of you than you see of them. You know that concept?
Yeah.
Secondly, you're close to the angle, but this slants downward. So they'll see your feet well before you see them. So right here, you can see like just to the right of this dot. And if I'm right here, I can see half your body. You wouldn't be able to see me.
Oh, shit.
The dot's all the way up here.
Where's like a more ideal position to hold from, do you think?
With a guy sitting here, you probably just tuck and hold like pizza like this.
Okay.
And just like jiggle back here. The reason why jiggling is good is because if they spot you and you tuck, your teammate could peek out and get kills. And Obviously, if they walk like out B main to here, they try to cross site, they fight your teammate. If they try and cross to E box, they fight your teammate. So you don't really have to hold that with a teammate on this angle.
Got it.
Yeah, I know this feels like super awkward playing this right now.
Yeah.
I can tell. Rotating is good. Watch out for mid lurk. Good.
That was insane.
I
Four
think
people lined up.
yeah, going through is fine. I think this is just crazy.
Didn't know it was the whole team peeking at the same time.
Have a skin you're getting bored of? Trade it. Want a skin at the lowest price on the market? Buy it. SkinsMonkey is the best automated skin trading site with a large selection of skins to choose from and a 24/7 live chat support. You get a 30% deposit bonus, and using code POLO, you can get an extra 5% on top of that. Meaning if you want a skin worth $135, but you only have 100, you can get that skin on SkinsMonkey right now. And if you don't have anything to trade, they do free giveaways every day, so everyone has something to gain from using SkinsMonkey. Using code POLO, you can also get a $5 bonus on your first trade, so click the link in my description, use code POLO, and make the most of it.
Yeah, I think going through is fine. It's just unfortunate that happened.
Yeah, I was like, I need to get on there to help support my guys. They're fighting, and then I get swung by 4.
This is pretty... Ooh, this should be pretty much a full save.
Shut up.
So, yeah, so next round you're going to have... what is it? 4,500?
Assuming because we're 4 loss bonus, so we can still buy if we stay above 1,000.
So it's usually 1,500. T-side and CT-side.
Oh, I thought it was 3 loss or 1,500.
1,500 is like... no, 3 loss is 2K. Because think of it like this. If you have 1,500, next round you'll have 49? 49 is like M4 Kevlar, like A1S Kevlar, and then essentially full util.
Okay.
Whereas right now, it's going to be like nade flash smoke maybe, or nade flash smoke. We'll see. But they smoke E-box, so you don't have to worry about that. You decide to push towards B main. This is good. The way you peeked that was really good. Nice. Yeah, so the way you peeked this was really good. Like, as far as baiting for your teammate goes. Because this is what you're doing. Jiggle that, jiggle that. Because if you see him up there, then you can just swing with your teammate.
Mm-hmm.
And then for down low, there's too many angles to try and jiggle all this out, or else this guy will just, like, mow your teammate down. So you swing wide to force him to, like, not kill your teammate. So everything about what you did here was really good. Yep, walk push B main is good. I don't know if I would have flashed. Just because you don't want them to have info you push B main.
Mm-hmm.
Walk pushing, it's probably fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is good to sit. Nice. Crosshair placement. So this is actually a really kind of like tough scenario to know where to put your crosshair. Right now you're aiming pretty low, pretty low. See this?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that like this is like super bad the way you're doing this, because you're clearing something they probably won't be on, right? And if you're going to fight them here, they're going to be walking into you, right? No one's going to sit here and hold this. So the way you're positioning your crosshair is good. I think it's just the height is the issue.
Okay.
You can see how high you have to flick to this guy. And then right here, you aim low again.
Yeah.
So
honestly,
probably better.
I expected there to be 1. So I was like, I think I was aiming back in the wall so I could swing back, like swing the angle even deeper. But then this guy swung out on me.
That was more like visualization, I guess, of how they're going to peek. And I think we talked about that last time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so you bait the guy who swings first. Good. Molly might not be the best. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. It's probably better to just throw it right in the doorway, though.
Okay.
Just because if they did want to come through and they came through like this side, they'd tick like 3 times. You might as well just get the whole thing.
Got it.
Smoke is good. Oh. I guess they saw bomb at A. Yeah, wall put. Ooh. So yes and no. Walk
do
pushing.
a late walk push B main. So I'm smoking off our E box just to deter. Is what I think my thought process was.
Yeah. So Late walking B-man is good. The only reason I wouldn't smoke this because you just cleared it. If you smoke this off, then it makes it kind of look like you don't. Like this just, if I'm canals right now and I see E-box smoke, it's like higher likelihood in my head that you guys are pushing B-man.
Okay.
So probably don't smoke just because you know it's clear. Walk push B-man is good though. Trying to clear for the last guy. Now you start walking back. And yep, okay, good. Good pathing
Yeah, I'm
as
telling
well.
my teammate to tuck here. I'm like, hey, let me work, and then see. They don't know I'm here.
Yeah, your
And I was
pathing
like,
there
"No,
was.
You can try and swing.
So your pathing there actually just got you that kill.
Okay.
So your positioning is actually really good. It's like right here hugging this left wall. It actually just saved you.
Nice.
This is bad. Do you want to take fights right now when your teammates are over here?
No, not at
Yeah.
all.
So
We realized that after too. We were like, we should have just waited for you guys to rotate and take the 4v3.
Oh, did you guys lose this?
Yeah, we ended up losing this.
No. Yeah, just give it more time. Let it simmer for a bit. So you have a nade. You have a nade as well. So what I would have done there is I probably would have came back here and like naded, because you can nade like over this corner.
Oh, okay.
Like through
Oh,
this,
so I
and
remember
you don't
this,
have to
this
peek.
was so unfortunate too. So I pinged the pillar like with the in-game thing. I was like, he was on this pillar. He's the last on this pillar, and then my teammate walks out, and then he doesn't check his close left. Like he was like, I thought he was on the pillar. It was so bad.
Yeah, definitely just wait for your team. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, so with that last round going on, they pretty much saved that because they had like Deegs. They got plant and they won the round. Okay, so they're probably buying AKs, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing on that
Break that
5-7
habit.
round. You did it on the
Sometimes
5-7 round
problem.
too when you got 5-7 smoke. If you just got Kevlar and didn't get the head armor, then you'd have full buy next
Okay.
round as well.
Really got to find a way to like break that habit. It's so bad.
Nice. Flash isn't useful. So this also conveys to anyone who's in Canal after you take the B-main fight, hey, they're worried about E-box now. So not that that's necessarily like a huge deal. You can kind of assume it, but it's just like guaranteeing they know what you're doing.
Okay.
This is good because you push B-main. So the chance that they spam this is a lot lower. Nice. So you just go and do a site setup. Yep.
Keep playing this trash angle.
Yeah, the reason why this angle is good is because when you jiggle like pizza walkout, you don't jiggle at entrance. The same time they'll be getting contact is around the same time they'll start looking at E-box. So it throws off their crosshair. So you let them in when you're on this angle. You just hold them when they run in.
Got it.
It also gives more time for their spacing to be bad because when people come through the doorway, their spacing will generally be good. But let's say one guy breaks off pizza, one guy breaks off here. There's just a higher % chance you isolate a 1v1 as well.
Cool.
No. Smoke is good. Nice. Took you a little long, but you got it. This is the correct play here. Oh, come on, man.
He no-scoped me through that. I don't even know how he saw me. So insane.
Yeah, right, man.
This was bad. We got lurked on through that lurk smoke,
Yeah.
and for some reason we didn't expect it.
Yeah. Yeah, so as soon as you see this, I would just instantly walk towards pizza. Because they're either going to walk through the left or walk through the right.
Should we have one sitting on both sides? Or is it like...
So sometimes you can leave a gap. This setup is ideal when you're doing this, is one guy right here and one guy right here.
Okay.
So, or even like around this area. So this guy's holding the pizza walkout, this guy's holding E-box and holding the walk into there. So again, you don't have to really fight the one way if you're playing like this. But yeah, I'm very confident in like hitting this shot on the one way. Like that's why like jiggling back here is really strong, because if they see you, they'll shoot and then you just tuck, re-peek, and spam. There's no cover they have. But in this scenario, because you know canal is clear, yeah, definitely just go over here. What's wrong?
Is it head armor?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you sold head armor, you get nade flash here as well. Oh, you troll.
Yeah.
So you hear him jump
hate
here.
This.
You heard him jump. Jump right there. Yep.
He's full blind to me. That
And
sucks.
look at his pathing too, because this is really common as well. Vespon comes over here. He's going to strafe jump off this. Oh, he just dropped like a noob too. So if he strafe jumped, he like fucking murks you. Because you can come out here and strafe jump like out all the way to here. And then he just like half a second later he peeks you. And look how ready you are for this, right? So better when you do this to like come out here, like jiggle or like play close. And then don't do like this. If they can be here, don't do this like a close wall pre-aim if you're peeking those angles. Most of it is because you heard this guy. That's the biggest thing. Could have been like comms cluttering your like volume or whatever, but what's the issue?
Same thing, head armor.
Yep. And if you sold your head armor, you still wouldn't be able to get kit. The only thing is you could drop an extra flash to a teammate who doesn't have one, like this guy. Especially if you're playing 3B, because now this guy would just have an extra flash for like reaggression B main or reaggression E box. Lurk smoke again. Your teammate walks into pizza. Good. So now that you heard someone step here, you wait for this lurk smoke to start fading and you molly him.
Okay.
You just come out here and you molly him because now he's stuck. You have 3B, you can just like hold him running out. I guess your third B guy is running away, but yeah, I'd definitely be trying to molly him here. Just because look at your control right now. So you gave up E-box / canals. So you can get flanked from here, and now you have to worry about this as well. Your life will just get a lot easier if you clear this left side, so then someone only has to hold left. You can do it from like backside, fucking anywhere. But it just makes holding B main harder, and you can get split from either side. So this guy should not be rotating mid. This makes no sense. Molly's good. Smoke is good. No way, dude. That sucks. You're dead. I mean, that's unfortunate. It's just when you guys are double B, you have to play to fight B main or fight E box. So, and it looks like you guys weren't. You guys were on two separate islands. So if they clear you E box, if they 2v1 you E box, percentage wise, you probably go 1 for 1. If they 2 go out B main, percentage wise, this guy goes 1 for 1. And if you guys are 2B and both you go 1 for 1, you lose the site, you lose the round because it's post-plant. Percentage-wise, you probably lose that round like 70% of the time. So it's going to be a lot better to, like, let's say, smoke B main, double go E-box, or smoke E-box and smoke it like this. Like right here. So it just blocks the entrance, and then you double fight B main as well. You play like close, and then 3, 2, 1, you peek, that kind of thing. And neither of these are really ideal when you're playing against a lot of players, like towards B or towards E-box, but it's way, way, way more ideal than going one E-box, one site. So this is kind of like Mirage, like that concept. It's like Mirage. Oh, you sold head armor, you get 2 flashes. So far, I think you've wasted $1,500 on head armor. Like, it's kind of like Mirage, how like Mirage, you start 2-1-2. It's like you have 1 con, 1 window, 1 cat, 1 B, 1 A. But if you stay in that setup late into the round, the T's are either, the T's only have a certain amount of options. Either they split B, they split A, they exec A, or they exec B, right? So if you stay in a 2-1-2 on Mirage, if they exec A, there's 1 guy on A. He has to like solo hold it, or he's playing retake, which is like kind of fine as long as he knows how to play retake. If they try and split A and you're playing in con, you're solo in con, you're taking like a 3v1. If they try and split B and they send people going up cat, then the cat player's taking like a 1v2, 1v3. If they exec B, that B player's fighting like a 1v3, 1v4. And then, you know, so like early in the round, the reason why you start in like a 2-1-2 is to get information and rotate to the correct spots. That's the same reason why on Anubis you have a site player and an E-box player. And after enough time goes by, if they're 2B, they fight for one side of the map. So it's like the same concept, just like miniaturized into this site. Yeah, see how this feels like a lot safer though? Like it looks like you don't really know how to play it, but it does feel a lot safer than doing this, right?
Yeah.
So you're going.
This feels bad.
Yeah. Nice. Yep.
He was already in.
Yeah. So that's unfortunate, but you should also have a mental timer for like this. So you should probably like rifle out and then smoke this and then like clear this just cause. Just because like there was a timing. It's a small timing, but think of it like this. If someone's plan is to get into E-box and they get 0 pressure in E-box, like they will walk in. All right, he did walk through a smoke, so it's like, but I think he actually might have walked through that off of you making noise backside. I was going to say you step backside, and I think that's probably a bad idea.
Okay.
But I didn't say it. I think this might be why you died. See that step? So
yeah.
There's a rifle on site. You step back site. This guy says, okay, I'm good to walk in E-box. So I think that's what happened here. Even if you didn't do the steps, still, if this gets smoked, you just have to be aware of this. Small timing that, like, he would be there, but if he would be there, it would be on that timing, if that makes any sense. This is the last round, so head armor's fine. That flash doesn't really do much. So I've seen you've thrown it like 3 or 4 times so far this game. And it, like, on the initial rounds, it'll probably make the B main player like, oh, fuck, they might push, right? But if you do it every round, and this guy's just like, okay, yeah, he's just doing this every round, right? It's not as scary. So what you could do is you could actually push off of this after you've done that enough, which you guys have. You've done it. You've pushed B main like 2 or 3 times, I think. But I would just stop doing it. It's not super useful, especially after you've done it so much.
Got it.
So lurk smoke again. Molly behind it's good. Going to pizza's good. Nice. Now I would smoke B main behind their lurk smoke. Because they know you're here. Nice. That could have messed you up though. Because you were so slow to do it. Alright, so like right now is when I would be smoking.
Could have caught a timing on me or something.
Yeah, if they wanted to go through like on that flash, then yeah. Nading this for a fight in a 4v3 is crazy. It's a very bad idea.
You
walk off to backside, good. Yeah,
so
so
down 9-2 just made me feel so impatient. I'm like, we're down so much. I just want to try and kill people and win
fights.
the round. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel so bad.
So what was
on TT and Ubis?
What was good though is that you kept floating to this spot. So like all these other angles you were playing felt like shit, and you did make the correct like realization, which is good.
Is it actually true that if you have to pee, your reaction time is 12% better?
Is that a real thing?
That's what I heard. It's like if you're holding in your pee, like you become so not antsy, but it might make your reaction time better. I don't know.
I've heard people say that. I don't know. It probably makes your reaction time better, but it makes you like antsy, so you probably make worse decisions.
True.
Because I played with some players who do that. Not like fucking guys, I'm holding it in today. Gotta lock in, but oh, was that you?
Yeah, that was me. I like usually never mess that up, dude. I don't know why. Like,
fuck.
But this is like our traditional team strat. We just contact just have one player 5%.
Yeah. So it actually lost you this round, you making that step. Watch this. See that? He heard it, and then he heard it, and he did this. He went. And that also, that drew the mid guy off as well. So then you're going into 3A. What the hold on.
So I don't know if this is good or not, but we usually have our first player going out here, immediately clear pillar.
No. So, couple things about this. If you're gonna have your first guy out clear pillar, do this. So you can just clear it from having a guy walk up here and having a guy like walk over here. But by that time you're gonna be popped, right? You're all like coagulating on this wall. If he's gonna do this, jump and then like look to pillar. And by the time you like drop, you're gonna be here and you can just like go behind cake and then you don't have to worry about these angles. But the issue is your entry isn't drawing their crosshairs. This is like a literally a completely free kill. It's gonna be a lot better if he jumps. This is why we'll see, like, beyond Mirage, first guy always jumps out the window. Is jumping out the window good? Yeah, because you kind of get, like, pace on the player if they're playing, like, Faceit. Potentially peek the cat guy a lot earlier than he thinks, that kind of thing. But the main reason is because it, like, draws the crosshair of the CTs and it's a hard shot to hit. So, same thing here. It's like Taco used to do this on SK. He would always jump whenever he was entering anything at all. Like if I'm going in E-box and I have a Mac 10, I have a guy right behind me ready to trade. My team is about to go B. I jump this. I jump in. Always. Jump the fuck in. Because if there's a guy right here and he's aiming at headshot level, he has to do this and follow me, my teammate trades him. So same thing here. But this pathing is crazy. Wash your hands. I react first match to you. I don't want to get a shit. That's crazy. Nice. Ooh. Okay. Nice. So I hope you know that was really risky, by the way, doing this. Because your teammates are going out A, so you're going to win the round at A. It would probably be better if you come back here. If you don't see this guy peeking, you come back here and like jiggle this and try and get him to shoot at you and you jump across.
Okay.
Just so you can like connect with the A players. It's not like the worst thing in the world, by the way. Like if you as long as you're aware of what you should do and you choose to do this, that's fine. Because this is also a really easy way of getting a alert kill like you did. You just have to trust your A teammates to like get the kill on this guy, which they did. No, fuck. Oh, you guys lose this round, don't you? You should at least.
Remember, to be honest.
I'm assuming you actually win it because you said this game was 13-10, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you win this, but you really shouldn't. So in a post plant, so at B, if you're in a post plant, you want B main control or you want E-box control. And the reason why is that you have crossfires on site, so it's really hard to retake. If you have a guy E-box, you can hold this site, run out. You could have a guy right here, like jiggling like this. When E-box guy takes contact, you can like double P. There's a lot of different things, right? Same thing goes for A. You want control to play for in the post plant, right? So if you decide to play on A main, you leave like one guy pillar, one guy holding a main flank, one guy getting ready to trade the pillar guy, and the pillar guy doesn't peek. And when they run into site, pillar guy and this guy peeks at the same time. Really good crossfire, you win the round. If you guys get bombed down, you have two people close heaven. You already killed the guy heaven. You know one's rotating heaven, but there's like two players here. You could even be heaven as well. You probably just take this fight. And then you have heaven control and you have a way to play bomb.
Okay.
But yeah, this should be a very straightforward retake from them. So interesting how they use this. Oh, no, they won. Yeah, exactly. And it's that was also because your positions were really hard to trade. I think you had a guy like over here or something, and then like a guy like over here maybe, and then you were like right here. So it's like, it's very weird trading there. Why'd you buy head armor? I'm trolling you. You're like, Oh my god, huge information. Op is E-box, there's probably 3B. Unless the E-box guy is just bod op. But generally an op towards B means 3B.
Okay. This is a smoke you're telling me to throw.
Yep. This is the exact smoke, actually. So, when you know there's 3B, there's a couple ways you can play this. So, if you know there's 3B, you could take E-box control so that it keeps 3 towards B. It'll either force him to re-aggro B main or force him to re-aggro E-box, or they just sit on site like pussies because they think it's going to be B. What that means is there's only one A, only one mid. So you could pressure E-box, take E-box, and then just walk back A, and you know there's maximum 2A. Going 3B when there's 3B is generally pretty bad.
Got it.
Percentage-wise, it's probably the worst thing, one of the worst things you do on this map besides running to like 3A. So, I mean, you can work E-box control. I just wouldn't commit B if you think there's 3B. That guy rotated off, but Ollie's good. You heard it burn him. Nice. Nice. A really important thing here. And you didn't pick up on it. So you have no more util left. When you're in these scenarios and you have a guy that died right next to you, you want to try and find his util. So when your teammate dies, look at what he drops.
Got a flash.
And flashes aren't super important, especially in your scenario, but like let's say you come over here and
smoke or something.
Yeah, if he had a smoke or even with the flash, let's say your teammates are coming out B main. You have flash right here.
Okay.
This is a really good flash. Blends anyone's sight holding them, temple holding them, backside holding them. So it's like finding ways like that. And vice versa, if you're B main and you have a guy coming out E-box, you could just come here and throw a flash that pops like on this wall. So if there's anyone temple holding him, backside holding him, like over here, right? Oh, did you see him the first time?
Yeah. I saw him. I don't know why I just wanted to...
So peeking this is bad, but there's a better way you can peek it. So there's a much better way to peek this. So you know the stairs are like right in front of you. It's kind of like chest level, like this level. You crouch peek into it. So your headshot level will be like right here, and from this guy trying to shoot you, he's going to be aiming at chest level. Watch. So by like crouch sliding here to peek this, you can crouch under a shot, and you literally have a headshot angle, which is like nasty down here.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think re-peeking this is probably a bad idea, but if you were going to re-peek it, do it like that, because this is just like a gift. You know that guy's opping.
We heard them all pushing B, so we're like, we're just gonna take A.
This is fine. Better plant you could have done is right here. The reason why this one is really good is because it's plant for heaven, plant for camera, plant for A main.
Ooh, nice.
And the other reason why this plant's really good for A main is because if they defuse, like they can't be defusing from like up here or anything. It has to be from like the right side of the bomb, so it just cuts off.
It locks them into. Okay.
Yep, it boxes them in basically. And I'll give another scenario kind of similar to that. So you know this single box on Dust 2 A site?
Yeah.
So if you plant on the long side of that box, you don't plant in the corner of A site, like the open corner of A site, you plant in front of that box. It means that if they tap the bomb, they cannot possibly be looking at long, because they have to turn away from long because the box blocks where they would be diffusing looking at long. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So it's like that, basically. Same concept. Ah, so crosshair placement. Yeah, you're just goofing off right now. So you had a guy all the way over here. There's no need to look at the stairs. It's unlucky that this guy selected you from his smorgasbord of options. But yeah, I mean, you're just goofing off. Yeah, this is all good. What is that, bro?
Out angled.
Molly's good. Nice, going through is good. Nice. Pretty much everything about what you did this round is good. Just defaulting around, figuring out what's going on. So it's also better to do this molly when the smoke is fading. It looks like you got in the spot and you waited like a little bit. The reason why it's better to do it when it's fading is so that when the molly is popping, they can't peek you, right? So, yeah, just like a little bit earlier. Because right now, if there's anyone like who faded this, then you throw that molly and they just swing you. Okay, what does this tell you?
That smoke?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know.
So they're playing to fight A main. Or B main. So right now I'd be telling my B teammate, hey, get ready for like a re-aggro, or like get ready for them fighting you. And what that would look like is like, hey, they're playing to fight B main. I just say that. Yeah, also the other thing is I'm pretty sure the other guy mollied B main at the same time as this going on, as that smoke being thrown. So 2B. 2B guaranteed, and they're fighting to fight for B main.
Okay.
Yes and no. Good idea, but don't throw this nade to hold it. I would honestly throw this nade to clear pizza. Because when you nade this, and you clear pizza, like this pizza guy isn't going to be ready for this, right? He should be sitting here. So if you nade it, it's a free kill on pizza. And if he's not there, then cool, pizza's clear, and your teammates, when they entry, they don't have to look towards there. So good idea, but you could have gotten a lot more off of this instead of just pressure. I would take that fight because you're man down. Also, I don't really like the way you're padding into E-box here. So when you're walking in, don't walk in like this. Get in, and I would walk like this. Because then you can just...
Back wall. Got
yeah.
it.
And because you can step up here, so you can clear this angle. You can like check if there's anyone behind the pillar. Sometimes there's a certain angle where they can just not be seen, but low likelihood that happens. And then also if there's anyone like opping this angle or rifling this angle, then the peak will look like, they're holding for deep, and the peak will be close. So you can like come up to this close wall and like kind of jiggle this out. And if he shoots at you, he's in the open, and you can just like fuck around with him.
Cool.
It's a really good fight for you. And also, again, crosshair placement. If there was anyone sitting there holding the angle I'm talking about, look where your crosshair placement is.
It's too low.
Yep. Oh, you troll. Nice. So that was really big information. You almost reacted too late.
What happened? I didn't even notice.
So you heard him step right there.
Oh, shit.
And then you looked at it, and then you continued to walk to the right, and you're waiting, and now you peek. So if he steps right here, the only reason he'd be stepping here is to check E-box. So after he checks E-box and you don't see him there anymore, that means he thinks E-box is fine and he has enough time to do whatever the fuck he was going to do, right? Which in this case is backing up and reloading. But this could be he checks E-box, now he's going to walk back and like go from this side. Or he checks E-box and he like walks back CT, right? But basically what it means, if you hear that step and no one's peeking, it means you have a gap to walk out E-box. And I'll play it back from his perspective because I'm assuming that's exactly what happened. Yep. So you're kind of like taking your time on this. He very well could have done that check and then waited a bit and then rechecked. And then look where you are. And he has the angle. So try and abuse that timing next time. Because you did figure it out that you should walk out E-box here, but definitely could have been a lot smoother. What you could also do, another option in that scenario, and this might sound like hindsight, but assuming that there's a player like sitting here checking this, probably has a guy like either here holding B main or like backside holding B main. When you hear that step and you don't see him peek, it's also an option to walk up this side as well to try and catch off his teammate that thinks that E-box is clear because this guy just cleared it. Yep. Yeah, your teammate ran through. Good. Nice. So before you go out E-box, a flash you could throw as well is you bank it high off this wall. And it will just come over here and it will bounce and it will pop like right here. So it blinds anyone holding E-box. And you can just peek with it because it pops behind you. Do you know the lineup for that, or did you just free throw it?
I think I just... Wait, was it the Molly? Or
yeah.
What? Yeah, I know the lineup for the Dark Molly.
Okay. Sick. Yeah, I don't like the angle you chose here. So your teammate dies to USPs, they're probably rushing mid. It's probably better to go over here. And it's a small reason, but it's if you can do it, you might as well. You're closer to this angle than they'll be. So they'll see you like right here, and you won't see them yet. So if you go just a little further, now you have this angle. They're closer than you are. You see them before they see you. And you can get to this angle. This angle is nasty as well, because it's like when you're pushing mid, it's like to peek this angle, you essentially have to be peeking this side of mid as well. So it's like no one will really hard clear this. They'll probably just swing past it, and you can just hold for the swing. Nice. Good pre-aim too. I think your pre-aim was dead on him. It was a little high. But that's fine. Oh, okay. So remember how I said op B means probably 3B?
Yeah.
Op mid means probably only one or only 2B. So if you get this kill on E-box side, there's probably only 1B. Because if op is mid, they probably started 2, 2, 1. This is like super common. So if op is mid and you kill the E-box, definitely only one towards B. Generally speaking. And this doesn't mean you instantly sprint B. This just means you guys try to lean towards B. So after your teammate gets that kill, yeah, this is just take B. This is a terrible idea. Because your teammate just got smoked off B main. High likelihood this guy will go for a pick, right? If this guy like sees the left side smoke, he gets smoke. Cool, I have time to go for a little pick here. And then your teammate's holding it, but like, do you want to rely on that? So this is also a mistake from you. So your teammate mollies this, right?
Yeah.
You should reposition. So the molly should still be up. It's probably better to cross back sight. I mean, this is actually tough because there's a guy CT. I think this is actually fine. If you didn't know the guy was CT and you knew the guy was palace locked out by this molly, then it's probably better to go back sight. Oh. Flash is useless. It gives away your position. It doesn't really do anything. Because if they were going to go for a retake, let's say one guy walks up CT or one guy's close to temple, then they're just like, yeah, there's a guy default. One guy was E-box making a fuck ton of noise. One guy mollied from B main. So they have info on 3 you guys, even though they've only seen 1. Okay. I would have a different reaction to this. I'd just go rugs. Or if you want to like help your teammate, the smoke is so deep, just walk through it and go right. Because there's this, okay. You know you can stay on this ledge, yeah?
I don't think I've ever played that spot.
Yeah, this is like pretty decent. Because you can come out here and you can like hold in the smoke if they flash him and you just tuck, repeak.
Okay.
Or if you could even get to over here, you could check E-box from this side. And then they could like potentially be in the smoke, maybe walk steps, and like that's kind of an annoying gap to deal with, but I think the way you played it is probably the worst just because you're leaving this guy on an island. If you just insta go back rugs, leave the gap on steps, then you can hold his flank, and if they flash push A main, you can support him. Whereas right here, you can't really help him at all. And you have time to, but you're deciding to nade the smoke. Yep, Inscopy is good. Little mistake here, Molly Temple. Just so it gives your team like time to set up in the post plant. And also something to note on these rounds is because they were on USPs and they only saved 1 gun from the last round, probably no kit as well. So playing time is really important on rounds like this as well. This is fine to hold this, by the way, because you have hella money. So where did they get that kill?
Wait, I just realized this is not even a Faceit pug. This is the IM qualifier, first round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's why you guys weren't queued. That's why I was like, wait, what? You were 5-stack?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I forgot this. So, yeah, we wanted to do good in this, but yeah.
Do you know who's calling?
Yeah, Jard man.
So right here, they aggro B, especially if they do it with the flash. So they flashed B main, rifle swung shot, op shot as well. 3B. So speed up A is good. Speed up mid lurk is good. Unfucking lucky, man.
Damn.
Oh
no.
So you guys should be taking space somewhere. Yeah, so yeah, this doesn't make any sense. So it looks like you're kind of doing like a one-size-fits-all E-box lurk, where you're just like, regardless what happens, you're taking E-box, is what it looks like at least.
Yeah.
You just gotta go A here. It sucks because bomb's down, but you just gotta go A, have this mid guy go back, get bomb, go like rugs or something, but you have to take A some sort of way here because you're man down, you know there's 3 towards B. If you had immediately, like, you even have to throw the best util. This is why, like, when I called in like the major qualifier, we didn't have any like strats. We didn't have like any practice at all. I was like sub IGLing. And like half the team didn't even know like I don't want to say but like basic util, but there was a lot of like normal util stuff that we just like didn't know. But my calls on T side were like pretty fucking good just because like it's a numbers game. Right? And a lot of the teams we played like telegraphed like pretty much everything they did exactly like this. So in a 4v5 scenario, the main goal if you go A isn't that you have heaven smoke, molly, smoke, flashes. The goal is that you go A and that is it. That's the one thing you need to do here.
Okay.
And I'll show you when that call should be happening. All right, 3 towards B. Yep. Yeah, let's go A. Let's go A. And then you guys would be going A. Look how slow they are on B. They're still 3B. They're still 3B. This guy's walking for fun. He's still 3B. Still 3B. Maximum you'd be running into is 2A with the slowest rotates known to man. Definitely, this call should be coming out like sooner.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily always up to your caller to make that call. Usually how I ran my systems is I usually have final say unless you have a round winning call and you know it's a round winning call. This would be an example of that. There's 3B 100%. So we should go A. And the reason why, by the way, just so I can explain this, is if you're solo A, it's really hard to hold the site. So if you're double A, it's a little easier to hold the site, but it's still like pretty easy to get isolated, right? One guy swings out, peeks cake. It's hard for this guy to help this guy, right? If this guy's like, they're like this, unless they play some sort of crossfire, it could be guy broken wall, guy hiding cake. That's like the ideal scenario for playing 2A.
Yeah.
But that's if their rotates are quick, which this guy was not quick. He stayed mid for like a pretty long time. But yeah, the reason why is because when there's max 2A, or I guess when there's only 1A, you pretty much want to go A. And if there's 2 towards A, you want to make sure there's slow rotates, which there were because they were 3B. So, and because you didn't make that reaction, you guys didn't make that reaction, the round you're playing right now is pretty much just a normal default round, but you're playing 4v5. So there was no, you got the info, there's 3B, and there's no adjustment off of it. Everyone's just doing the same thing they always do. No. The flash. It's talking about. This guy would be domed.
Be an amazing flash.
Yeah, so one of you two, either the guy in E-boxes you didn't have a flash, either he throws the bounce flash or this guy flashes for E-box because, again, 5v3, the CTs aren't just going to not hold this and you can't afford to trade 1 for 1 because if you trade 1 for 1, you lose the round. So there needs to be some sort of way that you, like, percentage-wise, like, can consistently win this round. And if you have no util, then it just comes down to someone having to have, like, a pop-off round. But you don't want it to come to that because, again, percentage-wise, that doesn't happen too much. The biggest things were like the crosshair placement, but it wasn't too bad. There were only like a few like niche scenarios where it was like not super straightforward where to put your crosshair. Your positioning on like an individual level was pretty good, but on a macro level for like playing B site, it wasn't the best. Like playing with your teammate, doubling up, fighting B main, fighting E box. You guys did have like good reactions for when to fight B main. They were just a little slow.
Okay.
Or you didn't even make the decision at all.
So would you say fighting out more E box sometimes too is like pretty good versus always going B main?
Yeah, if you think you have info on where the op is, then yeah. If you know it's a heavy B main default, chances are like op is probably like 60% over there, maybe 40% steps, something like that. Like there's a higher likelihood the op is there, but they could still be steps. So you don't want to like dry swing and just give up a free pick.
Yeah.
So it could be that you double up E-box, you play an E-box, and you call a rotate over. So the rotate on that map is really important as well.
Yeah, we always feel so suffocated with just 2 people on that site. I think like we were discussing after the game, we're like, hey, maybe we just start 3B more.
So
initially.
This is how like the map should function. And I think this will fix that issue you're talking about. You have a site player at B, you have an E-box player at B, you have a mid player and A player, and then you have a floater who floats between the sites, and that is their job. That's usually the opper. That floater literally starts wherever they want to start, and then the other sites play it, around that. So let's say I'm the opper and I want to start towards A. We could do, do I want to solo A or do I want to double A? If I double A, then we start 2-1-2, and the B players just deny B rushes, and then after enough time, either we push A main or get enough info that the rotate goes B, or we get enough info that the op should stay A. And if the op should stay A, it's probably because they're pressuring heavy A and they're not pressuring B, so you guys aren't congested. So there's nothing telling the op to rotate, which is making your life easy, because if there was something telling the op to rotate, your life would be hard. If the op solos A, then you could start double mid, and then let's say the A players, they don't pressure mid, and let's say the player needs to rotate. If they don't pressure mid, higher likelihood they're pressuring B, higher likelihood it makes sense to rotate, and then you get a 3B.
Yeah, we noticed that whole game after that they did not go mid at all versus us. And it was like, damn.
If that's happening, then the floater should just pretty much always be starting B. And the floater's job is like, yes, to go where he thinks the other team is going to be, but he needs information. So if I'm B, like in any game I'm playing, I will call in any match I'm playing, I'll call a timeout like after the first like 2 gun rounds just to say, hey, at B, they molly B main, they flash and it's just been like one guy kind of just sitting there making noise. Okay, so B main push is probably good. Should probably start like 3 towards B, and then after the third B guy flashes, he insta rotates off. Yeah, they're taking heavy A main every round. They're throwing like A main smoke, A main molly to clear it, and then they're slowing it down after that. Okay, so it's probably good to retake A main. So then the op might start mid, but then shift into A and flash the rifler back in A main. Rotator's job is just to float where the other team is, and it's based off his own like intuition and also his teammates' information. That's why like CTs or oppers like love playing Anubis, because your job, I mean, I guess that's why being an opper is kind of fun, because it kind of goes for every map, but you don't have like a defined place that you play every round. You just go where it makes sense for you to go, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
so makes sense. It seems like more of a role issue than like a I mean, it seems like a role issue and a positioning issue on B, at least, for fighting for E-Box, fighting for B main. But like having that ironed out, that rotator ironed out, will definitely help a lot.
Yeah, we have a couple of new people on our team. We just been trying to like iron those things out, because we had it a little bit more down with our old team, just because we had played together the whole season. So I mean, that helps for sure, though.